today. From Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. Atlanta Falcons taking on the Detroit Lions.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. They come in on a one-game winning streak. What do you say we keep that one positive? Because they haven't had much to be positive about lately.
Yeah, let's take it, maybe make it almost like the theater. You're only as good as your last performance. Hopefully they can continue to move forward.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their five-game winning streak. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback who played for the Nevada Wolfpack in college. It's Colin Kaepernick.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
This is DeAndre Swift, who, of course, played just up the road in Athens. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw, Kaepernick. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll set them back 5. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Hockenson. A gain of 7 yards. And
on 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and it's this drive.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Colin Kaepernick. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week. But here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victor.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw when we were watching, threw an interception. And the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly, but they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, but as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Lions have recovered.
Is sacked. Fumble on the play.
The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll try and run here with Swift. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it.
5-yard line.
Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different. But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 60 yards.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, here's Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And it's a big play there on 3rd down, but with the marker on the field, I don't think it's going to hold. Let's see. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Watson. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Lions will take over.
1st and 10.
The Lions offense set to take over.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. 1st down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
They go play action here on 1st down. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10. Falcons, nothing.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
for the Falcons. 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Say what you want, but Kaepernick's still one of the best at doing that as the scramble gets him a first.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Well, that turned out how they wanted. Run the toss play to the left side, go for that pylon, get in there.
And just being able to understand where the pylon was and sneak it in there, well done, well executed.
To try here for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the touchdown run came from Kerryon Johnson to cap things off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Greg Dortch returning. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the returns, the Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 24.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson. His throw incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Watson. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates.
It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
To throw is Kaepernick. He may try and run for this. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Gain of 11 on the play.
Kaepernick was looking to throw, but then it became decision time. And when he saw they had room to run, he made the right decision to pull it down there, and he winds up picking up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Here's Kaepernick. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
A gain of 9 on the play, but it brings up 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Makes the score Lions 20, Falcons nothing.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Falcons take over 1st and...
Deshaun Watson making his way back out, the focus of our player spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Watson operating from the gun. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him. Complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 7.
Watson looks to throw again.
At the Lions, 34 yards.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this 1st half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the 1st half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Kaepernick. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. Steps away. Now he'll pull it down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will up the score now. It's 23-zip. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And they have just about gone to halftime with the Panthers out on top. DJ Moore, a touchdown reception. From there, it's off to Chicago. Check on the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Packers. Allen Robinson, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. Adam Humphries, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 20.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Watson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Now a play fake here on first down. Out to his left. He'll run it. He'll get 11 yards back on the scramble as it brings up second down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On second down, Swift. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
Taken down behind the line of
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Here comes the Lions punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
20-yard line.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll start with the option.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Mario Edwards flies in to blow that play up.
On these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. To throw, it's Kaepernick.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Kaepernick going to throw.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
And to give this time to the tailback. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 3.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Watson. Complete to Zacchaeus. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Brought him down. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
10 at the 34-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to have the hook up to Gage.
Watson's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and
Off of play action, it's Watson.
39-yard line.
Wide open receiver complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, it's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for number 22. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. To the air yet again, Watson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
Watson's pass intended for All-Madden Zacchaeus.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And this is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Lions will take over.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise. But how about the coverage there, able to bat it down?
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. An opportunity for them to salt this game away after that 4th down stop we just witnessed as they hold a commanding 3-score lead in the 4th quarter. They begin the drive with Johnson. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Carrier. He's brought down by Deion Jones. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 28.
Now it's Swift. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Lions on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Cap, he's going to look to run.
And he's got some space here. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Detroit. Colin Kaepernick with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And, in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Trufant on the coverage.
Watson now to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Desmond Trufant on the coverage.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. From the gun, Watson. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 2nd and 10, Watson.
Again, he targets Ridley. This time it's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with the quicker guy and sometimes even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Watson on first down. Short throw underneath to Hurst. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Watson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, Swift. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the 42-yard line.
Once again, it's Swift. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On first down, Watson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line.
9-yard line.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Intercepted by the Lions.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And Detroit getting set to go now. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A first down carry here for Johnson. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
At the 8-yard line.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Detroit, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.